Tell me, what's the most romantic time in your life?
Hmm. I don't know. Um. Well, I don't know. There are a couple. I guess I'm not that. I'm not really like into romance. I guess so. I don't really care for it. But um, romantic thing. Well, this guy left his career, left everything to go live with me. He he literally did a bunch of things for me. Like just like sacrificed his life. It's like wow. So I mean, I guess that's romantic.
Do you ever want kids?
No,
Why not?
overpopulation.
that's that's such bullshit.
No, it's not. It's a reality.
Overpopulated. Who says?
What do you mean? Who says? It's pretty clear. Aside from the scientific community, obviously pointing this out, you can clearly see overpopulation anywhere you visit. Like cities are just expanding exponentially wherever you go. When a system starts killing off other parts of its own system, something is wrong with the system. A system can handle so much. A system can handle so much energy.
What system are you talking about?
Planet Earth.
What's it killing off?
What do you mean what's it killing off? I like parts of it are not functioning properly. But what we're doing is that we're accelerating the process by having so many people being not responsible.
Okay, these college professors have really ran a train
It
on your
wasn't the
brain.
college professors.
You're not actually supposed to listen to what college professors say. Taking their classes was just like a checkbox, check mark. You're just supposed to like do it to get through school and get the piece of paper that tells an employee that you're willing to put up with a lot of crap to get ahead, but you're not actually supposed to take what they say seriously.
Nah, it wasn't the college professors.
So where is it that you're getting this from?
It's common sense.
it's it's not common sense.
You just see it. You can see it. You go to the beach and you see trash everywhere. You see all these like cities just polluted. Literally, they look dark. Like the city looks gray. It looks like we're in the Industrial Revolution all over again. Like the cities are literally gray. And especially where we live in big cities.
All right, so let me get this straight. You're not going to have kids because of what some bullcrap scientists say, and in 50 years they're going to be saying completely different stuff because they change what they say all the time.
It's not the scientists.
So so who's saying this?
It's me realizing this shit on my own. Like, literally just looking around and seeing the issue. The world is in a crisis and nobody sees it because nobody cares because everybody's in their own life, just living their day to day. When there's literally a huge percentage of people who don't even own an electronic device. Not to mention world hunger, not to mention the extinction of many mammals, the deforestation of the Amazon.
Don't you think that maybe you're like a little bit too like tunnel visioned into your own times? Like everybody thinks, oh, we're living through some real shit now, but like realistically, things are like the best they've ever been. Like there's for the first time in human history, there are more obese people on planet Earth than there are starving people. Like literally, there are more fatties than there are people starving, and that's never been the case before in history. Like if you just look back at like what other generations faced, none of my grandfathers even made it through junior high because they had to drop out of like 13 to go work full time during the Great Depression. None of those guys could ever go back to school because they were drafted during World War II. Then they went on to see like 2,000 times more violence than any 100 people our age put together, and they came back and they were fine. So don't you think you're just like a little bit too tunnel visioned into your own times?
Yeah, but that's the thing, because this is not happening directly to us, to most of us. Most of the big things that happened in the past decades have directly affected you, your family, the individuals around you. So you feel everything straight up, and these are issues that are around us, and this is when humanity needs to unite. This is when you see who is actually human and who is capable of extending a hand and actually work for the common good, work for your neighbor without expecting anything because his problems are your problems, because you're part of the community that he is part of. You're part of the population. You're all the same species.
Even the great one. Do you know who the great one is?
No.
Donald Trump.
Ugh, don't even get me started.
Why don't you like the Donald?
Any human being that disrespects, humiliates,
That's my kind of human being.
or ashames any human right, any human being, any other human being, to me, is not worth it. Especially, it's not worth following. Exceptional people should be able to do it. People capable of respecting life aside from everything. Number one, if you're gonna be a public figure. If you're a public figure, any kind of public figure, your number one job is to be a good person.
Oh Lord.
It is, even though you laugh.
Well, I don't believe that's your number one good job. I don't believe that's your number one job is to be a good person, is to pass good policy. Um, as far as it goes,
Because people look up to you. And the more good people see from other people that they admire, the more good that they're gonna generate in their lives. A president is someone people look up to, children look up to.
listen, when I was like in kindergarten or something, they showed us a picture of the president of the United States. Out of like 20 some kids, at first nobody knew who he was. Eventually some girl raised her hand and said, is that the president? 20 some kids didn't even know who he was. No little kids give a shit about who the president of the United States is. I think that's a bunch of bull crap. Little kids don't look up to him. They don't even know who he is. Adults, if you're an adult and you need a U.S. politician to be your moral compass, you are in a world